All right, Kenman here, and today we have a gorgeous little box, heavily taped closed, sent to me from one of my subscribers, Clint. Thank you, Clint, for sending this out. He has this knife, wanted to see if we could do some fun stuff to it, and here we are. Let's get into it and check it out. Before we start, I am not sponsored by anyone, except for in this case, I'm sponsored by Clint. This is Clint's knife. This is all sponsored by him. But I purchase all of my things at a retail price. I do these videos because I love discussing knives, sharing info and ideas with others. If you have any questions or thoughts, please feel free to comment below. All right, yep, but talking with Clint on one of the lives maybe, or just messaging possibly. But yeah, if you didn't know, I go live on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Central. If you want to check one of them out, right up there. It's a fun time. We do all types of crazy stuff. I'm just trying to make sure there's anything written down here. All right, so I've got some paper on the floor. We have a knife, right, or no, those are scales right there. And we have the knife right here. Okay. By the looks of these scales, does anyone recognize what the knife is? Let's just go ahead and take these out quick. These are, wow, he's got two sets. I got two sets. These were the ones that came with it. Nice looking big. Oh, this is... I have not handled this knife before. This looks large. But yeah, I believe these are the ones that came with it. And then he got the replacement scales, which are currently on it, apparently. As we can see, I wasn't sure if I was just getting the scales or exactly how I was going to get it. But like I said, this is from Clint's. And this is Clint's Yojumbo. Okay, well, it's in the name, Dan. Yojumbo. This is enormous. Zooming out. The Yojumbo. I have not, like I said, handled this knife. Wow. Oh, jeez. That's... Clint, thank you. I don't know. I'm not a huge Spiderco. Okay. It's got that compression lock, right? Wow. I'm a little speechless, I guess. I'm not a big Spiderco guy, and so I wonder if I can do that with this. Kinda. So I don't, I've seen quite a few of them, and you see pictures when you see things like online, and that's the photo, but the photo doesn't always do the justice of the size of the actual. Oh, this is great. My thumb sits right up in there. Like I said, I've never held one of these. I had no idea that it was this. I need to add a cam so you can go to my face for a second. I'm just little giddy, little grinning. So that's the compression lock right there. They're kind of more righty friendly because you're basically holding it and you squeeze that to bring her down. That's cool. They do make lefty compression locks. So there are some knives that they do make that you can buy. So that would be a completely left side. It's a little awkward in the left hand, but I just caught my finger. That flick out is satisfying. I do like that. And the shape of this, where it has this curve down right here, it's kind of like a place for the thumb to sit and live and be happy. Oh, it feels great in the hand. It's kind of forcing your fingers in certain spots. So it's a little awkward. I feel my larger hand, my middle finger is kind of like right on where that point is. Maybe a smaller hand, someone would probably fit right in there really good. But I'm definitely a larger hand, so I'm either choking back on it like this with leaving this extra gap, or I'm kind of going up where I'm comfortable, which then literally puts that dot right on that middle finger for me. So, you know, holding it, it doesn't feel bad, but I definitely am noticing that right now is kind of the way my style is. I'd either have to kind of change my grip out like that, or that kind of pinches my fingers together in that spot. I guess so I'm getting in really tight to do that type of work, that actually feels good. But if I'm not doing that, I just kind of have a loose grip, it definitely kind of gets right up on that spot. So whenever they do make little curls like that kind of force your fingers into position, sometimes it works great for one person's hand and not as well for others. But wow, this scale is huge, a huge flat piece right there. Wow, all right. There is a huge detent on it. You have to get quite a bit of pressure to get it to flick out, but then once you do, because it has that pressure, it just goes. I'm kind of new for that compression lock. Can you use that to open, or no? You can't really. You have to bring it out, and then you can use that to bring it down. They're cool. That is nice. That kind of makes me want to get a left-handed version of that, kind of test it out. That thumbs out pretty good. This feels nice, though. This is cool. I'm not putting it down at all. I am just noticing, like I said, with my size hand, it is a little bit of a hot spot right there on my middle finger. What does everyone think about Spidercos? I know there's some people that are huge. Like, it seems like if they have one Spiderco, they have like 3 of them. And then they have 3 other styles, and they have 2 of each of those or something like that. Which I'm not putting that down at all. That's cool. I've got some knives that I've got 2 or 3 of the same model myself. I just have not really gotten into Spidercos as of yet. And this kind of makes me want to, though. It's huge. Wow. The Yojumbo, that blade, I just want to kind of turning this into kind of an unboxing in a way. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I was getting the scales that were on it already, or I was getting the knife taken apart and I was going to customize it, because like I said, Clint sent this to me. We're going to do a little customization work on the scales here. So I was unaware if it was going to be, like I said, the scales were just going to be here, or I was going to only get the scales, or what. I got the whole knife all together, looking at it in its glory. Oh, wow, look at this. 9 3/8. It's enormous. That's fantastic. You got a 4-inch straight razor cutting surface right here. Just raw, flat 4 inches of just solid cutting. CPM S30V. Wow. Wow. The handle is 5 3/8. That's bananas. I might as well, I do my unboxings. I compare everything with the CJRB Pyrite. If you don't know about the Pyrite, check it out. I have an affiliation with them. If you want to use that link down below, kick back to the channel. Helps me out, makes me able to buy a few more knives for the channel. Man, this thing is huge. You could cut it off right there, and it would still look like a normal size handle. And you've got all of that still. Unreal. Clint, bro. I guess I didn't know what I was getting into, or how big this thing is. This is just rad. Everybody like videos like this? Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. I appreciate it. So here's a few examples of some things that I've done. This is my rake P801SF. I did the laser mark on this handle here, so I'm not saying exactly what we're doing here. Maybe it's a little surprise. I'm just going to show you some things I've done. But I did that laser mark. It's not the silver parts, the darker lines, those kind of bricks, and then this darker little square right there. So I took it apart, did the custom laser to the scales, and then put her back together. If you want to check the video out for that, right up there. But this is a fun little knife. It's got a nice little drop shut. I can fail on camera all day. Cool little one. And the custom work kind of came out nice. Another laser mark would be the CJR Pyrite CJRB. Use your words. Mini pyrites. Did that diamond pattern laser mark on there. What's everyone think about it? I think it came out. Whoops. Can't open knives today. Came out really good. Man, this thing is so smooth. What's your problem today? There. Boom. I'm better with my righty today. But yeah, the little mini pyrites are fun little fifth pocket knives, and laser marks have been turning out really good. I've been having a lot of fun doing some custom stuff like that. I also do titanium anodizing. This is little tweezers that I got out of titanium just so I could use as a test. So I could show off when you have titanium, there's a certain range of colors that you can get with the spectrum of the voltage that you basically are applying to the material. And so this, I did a rainbow, and what it is I basically slowly removed this out of the liquid as it was being anodized, and so you reveal all the different colors that can be achieved. The first kind of colors you get are like these kind of slight kind of magenta. It goes into this kind of lighter sandy blue into almost a white, and your yellowish gold to a magenta, another bluish and purples, and into the final color of green. So those are the achievable colors with titanium. People say, "No, I've seen it in bright red and bright that," and it's like you might have been seeing aluminum, which is different. We're talking titanium here because this has a titanium handle. So maybe I'm going to anodize it. Maybe I'm going to laser mark it. We don't know. We're just talking about things that we've done, which are fun. But if you do want to see some of these titanium anodizing live, it's really cool. Check it out right up there. But we could take these. I'm basically going to take this apart and do the custom work to it. We've got a huge flat surface. So if we did want to put a laser mark on there, we'd have a lot of space for some patterns or some designs or things. And if we wanted to anodize it, that's a big area for some color. We could really make this thing pop. What would go good with that black blade? The black blade we're not going to be able to change. Looks like all the hardware is also black. So we're going to be tooken. I'm laughing. We are going to be, I don't even know where I was going, where I got to tooken. What we'll be taking, that's what it was, taking this apart and doing that work to it. What would be an interesting color we could anodize this that would complement the all the black hardware? Who's got one of these? Who's a Spiderco person or collector or whatever? And talking to someone myself who is a kind of a novice when it comes to Spiderco, if I was to decide to go ahead and buy one, shoot. Oh, now my hand's getting tired. I can't get it out anymore. What one should be the one I would look at? Beast like this. What is it? The Manix 2, what's the one that you can get? XL. And there's a couple that you can get lefty versions. I don't know. Like I said, comment below which would be the ones that you would recommend for a non-Spiderco owner to check out for maybe their first one. Yeah, but what do you think we should do? Laser mark? Anodize? Anodize and laser mark? Is that possible, Dan? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But we have a nice big knife here from Clint that we're going to be able to do some stuff with. If you are interested in some of the other anodizing videos, check one out there. And look forward to what we're going to do with this in the future. Stay sharp. See you soon.